And if you look real close, I have a, look at this Bucephalandra. It has an underwater flower. I am so excited. Welcome to QueAquatics and Exotics. I'm Suzy, and today I'm going to be building my very first Buce tree. And by Buce, I mean Bucephalandra. So let me show you what I got, and then I'm going to show you what am I going to do with it. Love it. Let's go take a look. Yep. I got my Bulbitis, the mini black carpet, Anubias barteri, two of them, black pearl, brownie, Catarinae. So as you can see, I got so many different ones. I'm going to be taking them out of the bag, but let me go over them first. I got a couple of Anubias. These are Anubias barteri. I got two different Anubiases. I got two different barteris, and two different barteris, probably for the base of my tree. Then I got this brownie brown mini clump. What else? What other species I got? Well, I got my Bulbitis. That's not a Bucephalandra, but it's one of my favorite plants. Then I got the Catarinae green plant. I also got this teeny tiny mini black carpet tissue culture. This is the one that's going to go on the tippity top. I got dark green wavy. I got some black pearl. And some of these came in amazing. So let me open them up and give you a closer look. Now that's my Anubias caufifolia. And I'm going to pull them all out and separate them. Every time I've seen an aquascaper create his aquascape or her aquascape, I see him separate all the plants to begin with to see what they're working with. So that's what I'm going to do. The very first thing, I'm going to start splitting them apart into decent sections. So what I'm doing with these rhizomes, I'm separating it where there's at least 3 or 4 leaves on each one. Most of these I'm doing 4 to 6 leaves on each one and splitting up the rhizome so I really can spread out these plants and make this tree look real full. So Bucephalandra is a genus of a flowering plant with rhizomes. It's from Borneo, very similar to the Anubias, and there's hundreds of different species, but I only got 5 or 6. Now as I'm pulling all this out, I really want to separate the Buce from the Anubias, because I think I want, and there's my Bulbitis, my favorite. I want the Anubias to be growing on the ground, on a rock next to it, and around the roots, and I want to fill the tree up with the Bucephalandra. This just looks so lush to me. And you can see some of these rhizomes are very long and very healthy. That's my Anubias. Now I'm going to split out all the Anubias and the Bulbitis on one, Bucephalandra on the other. These tissue cultures are sitting in a gel, so I'm going to pull them each out of the gel, rinse them off. Inside this gel packet, for just one of these tissue cultures, I'm getting 6 or 7 plants. Wow! So even though it's pretty expensive for the tissue culture, you get a lot of plants. Now I'm just rinsing off all the gel. I did have a little bit of Java Fern Trident that I had on some daughter plants, so I pulled them out of other tanks and I'm going to use them in this aquascape. So here's what I'm working with. So these are all Buce, and those are Anubias and my Bulbitis. Now I'm going to get my tree. Now this tree I got from Benson's Fish Room. I'm going to start at the top with the smallest leaves, and work my way down. And I really like these flat plateaus. It's going to make it very easy for me to glue these on. Okay, so now I have my super glue gel. So unfortunately I didn't get a really good shot, but I am putting just a couple dabs of glue on the rhizome, holding it down on the platform until it's pretty secure, and then I'm moving on to the next. My plan of action is to take the Bucephalandra with the smallest leaves and start on the top. And even if I've got 2 plants, or 3 plants, I'm gonna put them in a triangle to make them fill up this whole plateau or plate that's on each level. Then I'm gonna go down with the next biggest Bucephalandra leaf and go to the next level down, and then even bigger, and then the green wavy are gonna go along the bottom, and I'm gonna keep going until they're secured in place. And I'm trying real hard not to get this glue stuck to my fingers. And as you can see here, hopefully you can see, yeah, I'm putting just a little bit of glue on the rhizome and holding it down. I tried to make some of this long, thin leaf with very long rhizomes kind of wrap around the tree. So that was a look I was going for. You got to make sure the glue dries thoroughly before putting it in the water. And even when you do this, you still can have a little bit of white discoloration. That's okay, because as the plant grows, it'll grow over it, and eventually that white part will fade away. At least that's what my friend Elizabeth from One Fish Two Fish ROC told me. But I gotta tell you, I had a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun putting this together, building a tree. And I'm trying to make it look as much like a tree as possible. But I'm going to keep going, keep adding. And then anything that's left over, I have another piece of wood that I'm going to use for the Anubias. And this is taking me a little longer than maybe some of the professionals or some people that have done this more often than I have. So I got to make sure I keep my leaves wet. So see here, now I'm getting my watering can. I'm spraying down the leaves. I want to keep them as wet as possible. I don't want them to dry out. Now I am running out of glue. So I'm looking for places in the wood to actually wedge the root so it's pretty secure. And guess what? The roots will still grow around the wood. As long as I can get it sunk underwater without them floating away, I've got a really good shot at this. So here's what I got. What do you think so far? For a beginner, I am absolutely loving this. Absolutely loving this. Now, they are slow growers. It'll take a while to grow out, but once they start growing out, wow. And I was thinking about putting some moss around the plates there, but I was afraid the moss was going to grow much quicker than the Bucephalandra, so I did not want to choke out my Buce. Now this tree's been soaking for a while, so I'm hoping I can get it down into the ground and staying down there. And I'm putting this in my paradise fish tank. These paradise fish are going to be going outside for the summer. Oh, nice. So it's staying down. Perfect. So if we get a closer look, you can see the white discoloration from some of the rock, from some of the glue. And I'm just putting some of these Java Fern Trident, and there we go. It starts floating. That's okay. I'm going to try to get it back down and maybe put a little rock on top of it, or wedge it into the gravel where it's got a firm hold. Oh, well, look, I broke it. I broke one of them off. But I just figure I'm going to take this one plate and put it on the ground next to the tree, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm still loving it. Now, I can't tell if these paradise fish are really interested in the Buce or the glue or the wood, but they seem very fascinated with their new tank decoration. But I got to move this fake plastic holy rock. It just is taking away, and I think I'm going to replace it with another piece of driftwood that I have and use my Anubias to decorate that driftwood. But I know it's going to happen as soon as I pull up this fake holy rock. There's going to be a lot of mold, dirt, detritus coming out from inside this rock. But I really love the shape of this tree. I love how the plants came out. And I just love how the paradise fish are interacting with this tree. I made the water a little murky here pulling this out, but it will settle down. But now as the water's clearing up, I am really liking this. And if you look real close, I have a, look at this Bucephalandra. It has an underwater flower. I am so excited. My Bucephalandra is flowering. And these paradise fish just look spectacular against the green tree, doesn't it? If you think these paradise fish look amazing now, wait till I take them outside into a summer tub. Their colors are really gonna pop. So thanks for coming and checking out my DIY Bucephalandra tree. I hope you like it. If you're interested in these booths, I got them at boostplant.com. Really love their customer service. These, as you could tell, these plants came in huge, and one of them was already flowering. So thanks for coming along and checking out my DIY Bucephalandra tree. Now we'll see you next time.